what's up? Welcome back to another video. We're out here at Crystal Motor Speedway tonight. It's Thursday night for the Dan Salay Memorial. What's going on, Brandon? We're out here for the Dan Salay Memorial put on by the Thirlbys. That was Brandon that just went by. Great family, good people. They're putting on a hell of a show out here. Tonight is the Thirlby Throwdown. It's an invitational race for drivers that haven't won. I don't remember exactly how long since their last win it has to be. I think it's a year or two. So Josh is here tonight. Matt's here tonight. We're gonna work with Matt tonight. That's a slippery spot. We're gonna work with Matt tonight. We're walking up here. I'm gonna look at the track in just a second. See what you guys think of it, and 2,000 to win. We'll see what happens tonight. There's a quick look at the track. It's got a ton of moisture in it. We've been getting dumped on for the last 2 days around here, so track should be fast most of the night, and we'll see how it goes. Talk to Matt when we get a second here. When he gets a second, I don't know where he went, so sit tight. We'll be working with Riley again tomorrow and Saturday for the actual main portion of this event, so sit tight, hold on, we'll be racing here soon.
So make sure you're in line in order that you do, and qualify with each directly. We'll give you
a quick look at the car.
Slick up a little bit. I don't know how much. I think there's 10 cars in front of us for qualifying. Now we're going to make a couple little changes and see if we can get around there decent and hopefully have fast time there. We're going to make a couple changes. We just did hot laps. No times though, so I don't know how we were, but we'll send her out for qualifying and see where we can put her.
All right, good luck, bud.
Thank you.
right, guys, we went 13th quick there in qualifying out of 26 cars, so right at mid-pack. I mean, obviously we'd like to be faster, but we can't complain too much. That's gonna put us starting 4th in Heat 1. Hopefully taking 4th, they're taking the top 4, so bare minimum, we need to stay there. Hopefully we can move forward and get a better spot for the feature. Sorry if there was any confusion there. Everything kind of happened real fast. That was hot laps and qualifying. Got a quick interview with Matt after hot laps, so they're getting the car ready. They made a few changes, and we're gonna go out for heat race, starting 4th Heat 1 here soon. We're gonna talk to Matt in just a second. All right, Matt, you didn't look too bad out there for qualifying. She's a little slick, lacked a little drive off. What do you think?
Yeah, it was definitely slicker than I thought. With all that rain, I can't believe it slicked off that bad. Kind of crazy. But we made quite a few changes. We're starting 4th, they're taking 4, so we'll see what we can do.
Hopefully you got more drive in there. You guys have had this car for a while now. You think you're starting to get her figured out?
Yeah, we're starting to get it turned around. Definitely still trying new things, trying to find better stuff, but it's hard because you only get usually one chance a night to try something, and you gotta wait a whole nother week to try something else. So.
All right, well, get her out there and see how you do.
58. Here we go.
we're good with that. To us, the car looked really good. He said it felt pretty good, especially down in 3 and 4. He had a lot of drive off there. He was catching the cars in front of him. He didn't really like how he felt down in 1 and 2. It felt like he was getting too sideways. But you'll have that. We made some adjustments. This thing is going to be probably pretty slick here for the feature, but that's what we're setting up for, so we're hoping it stays that way. We're going to talk to Matt here in just a second. All right, Matt, good job out there. You drove her from 4th to 2nd. How'd you feel out there?
Yeah, I felt really good. Had trouble getting out of 2, but we made some changes. Hopefully it's better. It was pretty good in 1 and 2, but we just didn't have enough getting out of 2 to reel in the leader. But we made quite a few changes for the feature, and we should be pretty good.
You looked pretty good coming out of 4 there. You had a lot of drive there. Just not quite as much coming out of 2. If you didn't have that caution there at the end, you think you could have got the leader?
Probably not. He was a lot better getting out of 2. He had a lot more ground than I. But I definitely, I was there.
All right, well, we're going to run out here for the feature and see how we do.
Thank you.
Good luck. finished 6th out of 26 cars here, and showed speed on what was a really slick track, which is something these guys have struggled with quite a bit. So it's really good to see that they found some speed tonight. They found something that worked. Unfortunately, they the tire that we put on, it sealed up after that first caution. So obviously that's not what we wanted to happen, but as part of racing, I guess. Still finishing 6th after the tire sealed up like that, it's not a bad thing. So, especially with how many cars are here tonight. So, not bad. We'll talk to Matt here in a minute and see what he thinks. All right, Matt, you look pretty good out there. 6th place. You finally had some drive on a slick track. How'd you feel out there?
We were pretty good. I'd say up till the first caution, we were very good. We ran 4th, and I was told we had quite a bit of lead on the 5th place, but that caution didn't help. I think I used my right rear up a little too hard. Definitely should have played it a little safer, but I guess we know for next time now.
Not a bad run. You coming back the rest of the nights, or are you done for the weekend?
No, we're done for the weekend, but
got other stuff going on.
yeah.
Riley, how'd your dad do?
He always sucked. He's getting washed. I mean, last time he wasn't that bad, but when it's this slick, we ain't very great.
So what you're saying is he came out of retirement last week, but he needs to go back into retirement now.
No, he needs to stay out of retirement, get himself a car so he can stay good and be able to run the thing.
You gonna be good tomorrow?
I'm gonna go look over everything and make sure I am, but I guess we'll see after that.
All right. Well, good job tonight, Matt. Riley, we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right, guys, that's going to do it for us here tonight. Good run for Matt. There's not much else I can say about it. It was a solid run. We're not disappointed, so we're going to get rested up. I'm going to edit this video for you guys. Hopefully I can get it done and uploaded tonight or tomorrow. And we'll see what happens with that. We'll be back at it tomorrow evening, working with Riley Knoll. Big event. We got qualifying, heats, and a feature tomorrow, I think. Maybe B-mains, I don't know. And then B-mains on a feature Saturday for, I think, 11,000. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. See you guys in the next one.